My boyfriend's friend's sister reached out to tell me that my boyfriend and his friends have a wall in their basement with pictures of women they've slept with displayed under their names, and my boyfriend had a full body nude I sent him over a year ago tacked up on the wall for all his friends to see. This all just happened 1 hour ago, so I'm really shaken. Sorry if it's too long. My boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years and 4 months. We met at the college that we go to. My parents live in the same city where our school is, but my boyfriend lives about 6 hours away. When school is in session, we both live on campus. I haven't been able to see him since it closed due to COVID, and we had to go home. Some background. My boyfriend has a group of friends in his hometown that I've never liked. They've been friends since high school, and believe me when I say that they still belong in high school. 2 of them are brothers from a rich family who don't work or go to school. They spend their days smoking weed and playing video games. One of the other friends is in the military, and the 2 last friends, as well as my boyfriend, are in college, but all go to different schools. It's pretty rare that they're all home at the same time, especially with the one being in the military. He's away a lot. My boyfriend is really protective of the time they have together. I've spent a lot of time with these guys because every time I visit my boyfriend's hometown, I see at least the 2 brothers. You may be wondering why I don't like these friends. For one, they don't believe in girlfriends. My boyfriend is the only one in the group who has been in a relationship for longer than a few months. They think women are good enough for intimate time and not much else. I'm not putting words in their mouths. One of them literally told me to my face. I'm very outspoken, so they hate me because I call them out on their garbage. It goes without saying that it's basically their mission to convince my boyfriend to dump me. Whenever there is an issue between his friends and I, he just tries to stay out of it. He doesn't stand up for me. I hate who he becomes when he's trying to impress those jerks. The majority of our arguments have been a result of him allowing his friends to treat me like crap. They've been rude or blatantly ignored me. My boyfriend is the calmest, sweetest, most wonderful person, or so I thought. I never understood why he kept them around when it was so clear to me that he had outgrown them. It appeared that they had pretty much nothing in common. I see now how alike they are after all. For the record, I knew I should have held him more responsible for his friends. However, it was just too easy to put them out of my mind. They were only ever an issue if they were outwardly rude to me during one of the few weeks per year I hung out with them. The rest of the time he was a really great boyfriend. I never imagined him hurting me this way. Back to the story. The 2 brothers live in a house that's detached from the main one their parents live in. It's where they all usually hang out. I've been there many times. It has its own kitchen and everything. It's literally a smaller house. They also have a basement that I've only seen a couple times because it's their man cave. I never cared to enter anyway. I had no idea, but apparently down there all of the friends have this wall that has their names on it and pictures of the women they've each slept with lodged below. Apparently not all the pictures are inappropriate, but there are mostly nude pictures because they have this sick point system like it's a game, and they get more points if the picture is a nude. I guess all of the pictures look like they were taken with the knowledge of the woman in the photo, but I doubt any of them knew it was going to be freaking tacked up on display. They've been doing this for years. I'm disgusted and horrified and devastated because I had no idea this is the type of man I was with. I found out because I'm friends with the sister of the 2 brothers, and she saw the wall herself. She reached out to only me because I'm the only one she knows personally. She said that my boyfriend had the least amount of pictures by his name. She showed me the picture of me he had tacked on the wall. It was a full-body nude I had sent over a year ago. Thankfully it does not have my face in it, but I have a tattoo on my thigh that makes it very obvious the woman in the picture is me. I would never consent to let those guys see my body that way. I let my boyfriend because I trusted him. I feel shocked, embarrassed, betrayed, violated, objectified, and a little frightened. I called my boyfriend, I admit, in hysterics. It took many attempts before he was able to understand what I was saying. He at first denied the existence of this wall, then he admitted it exists, but he didn't use a real picture of me. He used a picture of someone else and pretended it was me. I told him I'd seen the pic and knew dang well it was me. Then he started sobbing hysterically begging for forgiveness. Then he was annoyed at me for being so upset and asked what's the big deal, since I'm hot anyway. I just hung up because I can't talk to him. I can't look at him. I feel physically nauseous thinking about what he did. How he could not only share my nudes with his friends who look down on me, who treat me badly for being a woman. He allowed those men to have access to my body. I have never been so wrong about a person. I could never forgive him. I think I may want to press charges if I can get the sister to send me more pictures of the wall, but I'm sure my boyfriend has alerted his friends so they could be taking it down as I type this. I'm heartbroken. I don't know how I'm gonna tell my family because they're very conservative. They don't even know about my tattoo. I'm so ashamed. I don't know what to do. Update, 2 months later. I wasn't prepared for it to blow up as much as it did. Thankfully, Aside from a few slut-shaming messages or creeps messaging for nudes, the majority of the messages I received were so wonderfully supportive that it motivated me to make some big decisions I will get to momentarily. I've even become friends with a few Redditors who reached out through my post. I thought I'd give an update on this situation for those who have been asking as my small attempt at a thank you. I'm sorry if it gets removed again. So the first thing I did was tell my family what happened to me. I separately told my mom. She was not angry at me like I had feared, not even after learning about my tattoo. She hugged me for a long time, and we both cried. Then I had to tell everyone else. My dad was upset with my ex, but later he apparently told my mom that I've broken his heart and I'm a horrible person. He doesn't know I know he said that, as my mom swore me to secrecy, but it was soul-crushing to hear. My relationship with him is virtually non-existent now. It's like we have a silent agreement to interact as little as possible. The rest of my family has been supportive of me with a few outliers. So, I did it. I put on my big girl pants and went to the police. They let me give a tearful interview, and that's about all they've done as of now. I knew the odds of getting charges to stick in a case like this would be difficult, but I thought the police would try. I don't even believe my ex-boyfriend has been contacted. Yes, my ex-boyfriend. I know the way I titled my last post confused some people, but rest assured he's an ex. I've only spoken to him once since my post. We talked on the phone for hours about everything. I admit it was really emotional because even though he betrayed me, I still loved him and it was hard to let go of the good times. His mood changed a lot throughout, and it was really jarring. One moment he'd be crying, the next he'd be angry, telling me I was giving up on him. In one particularly nasty moment of his, he confessed to me that my nude had been deducted points amongst him and his friends because of faint stretch marks I have on my breasts. Normally I feel good about my body, but I have to admit that confession was the last blow in this whole messed up situation that took me down. I still toy with the idea of telling his mother everything when I'm feeling especially angry. I have no idea if any of the women in those photos were underage. The only one I know of who was on that wall is myself. The sister who told me everything immediately shut down and refused to help me any further after a while. I don't know if the wall is up anymore. I can't blame her that much, but it did suck because she was really my only chance at getting justice. I don't know how many of my nudes those men saw. I don't know if they are online. I reverse image search them constantly out of paranoia. Not everything to come out of this has been bad. Something I hope warms your heart as much as it does mine is something my mom came up with. She claims to like my tattoos so much that she wants one herself. She and I are going to get a matching tattoo together once the world goes back to normal, one she chose herself. And even more importantly, I saw my ex for who he really is, so now I get to move on and potentially find a man or woman with a soul. Thanks again to all of you. Much love.